Impyrium is a 600-page-long fantasy novel made by author Henry H. Neff. It is a sequel to The Tapestry, a 5-book-long series, and the book follows 3,000 years after the whole world explodes. First, the answer to the essential question. I chose why does it often hurt to be excluded from a group, and here is my response. It often hurts to be excluded from a group because it can make people feel angry or violent towards those who excluded them and create separation between communities. In Impyrium, humanity is separated into two groups. Mehrunes, who could cast magic, and Muir, who could sadly not. Society in the world of Impyrium revolved around being a Mehrunes. If you could cast magic, you were part of the top cut, and you would be seen as having a higher status than Muir. So much so that being a Muir was considered an insult to these people. They would literally call uncivilized or bad actions as Muirish, and insulted each other by calling others Muir. This exclusion from society led Muirs to have a horrible perception of Mehrunes. In fact, they staged multiple rebellions against those in power, but they all failed. The divide between Mehrunes and Muir was large, with most Muir being poor and living far, far away from any magical cities. This was because the Mehrunes purposely designed a system where they come out on top, with Muir falling below. Basically, the exclusion of Muir from Mehrunes society led to a lot of conflict. Speaking of conflict, what is the conflict of this book? Well, there's a lot of conflict, so I had to choose only one, being man versus society. This conflict was between Hob, plus a group of revolutionaries called the Fellowship, and the Mehrunes. Now for the plot. Here are the plot elements.
I ain't reading all that.
So let me summarize this whole book. A peasant boy from the country who eventually becomes a spy named Hob meets a royal princess called Hazel who has immense magical power, but is shunned from royal society. Together, they must prevent their collapsing kingdom from, not collapsing. Finally, let's move on to some quotes. One quote from the story says, "Lady Hyde's contemptuous gaze wandered over Hob. Why does this animal still possess a head?" Neff 421. This quote shows how excluded the Muir are, as Hob is seen as an animal rather than a person. Another quote reads, "Muir savages squat in huts, gobble seals, and worship rocks." Neff 150. This quote is a clear example of the separation between Muir and Mehrunes, as Hob is being insulted because of his Muir heritage. Anyway, that was it. Sorry if the audio was horrible. It was recorded on a headset late at night. So sorry about that. Thanks for watching though.